In the name of Allah, the Beneficent and Most Merciful. Viewers, today Muhammad Jamil Rajhan once again with a new video. In today's video, we have one of the very special and honorable guest with me, who is my mentor and who always giving me good guidelines and supporting me in the various things of life as well as at work as well. So he doesn't need any introduction, but I would like you to know him exactly. He is one of the best person, good human being and a very good motivator. So gentlemen, before going to him, I would like you to introduce our honorable, respectable Mr. Ray Kleinman, who is one of the best person I ever met. And I really like you to introduce with you guys as well. So before going ahead, I would like you, sir, thank you very much for giving us time. Kindly please, first of all, you have to introduce yourself a little bit to our audience.
Thank you very much, Jamil. Firstly, I just want to tell you, I am only as good as you are. So thank you for all the praise, but let's keep in mind that I am only as good as you. Most importantly, as a human being, do not elevate yourself above anybody else, because in the eyes of Allah, we were all created equal. But thank you so much for giving me that respect and introducing me. It's really, it's an honor to be here and to have a chat with you. So fire away, Jamil.
Thank you. This is, you can see, ladies and gentlemen, his kindness, and he's one of the best person. So before going ahead, we would like to know, sir, just for my audience, let them know regarding your professional background as well. So they have to know like what is your professional background as well.
Well, firstly, I want to say I'm very honored to meet Jamil. I hired Jamil for the qualities that he has in him. Firstly, for myself, well, I've been in the industry, the food and beverage industry, for approximately 25 years. So I started my career in Dubai, most of it, and then I moved to Saudi Arabia. In Dubai, during my number of years that I worked in Dubai, I worked for many different international companies, some of which are the Emaar Properties, JW Marriott's, Ramada, Intercon, the Cheesecake Factory, which is American brand. So various international companies that I have been working for, and also working alongside multicultural teams. That's been one of the biggest strengths and the learning curves for me. So I started as a novice, just like anybody else. I was young back then. I'm not that young right now. So I was young back then, and I started from scratch. So this is where I learned basically how to deal with individuals at all levels. Specifically in the food and beverage industry, it teaches you to develop your skill sets, which is the people skill sets. And also, it gives you a wider perspective of what life is all about. So starting from a waiter and moving on from a waiter to a captain, to a supervisor, to an assistant manager, to a manager, and then moving on to bigger positions like the one I am right now, like general manager and then operations manager. So this is a very healthy thing for people in the long run. You start to respect the people around you because you've been through it yourself. You are able to identify the strengths and weaknesses in all the areas in the industry. So that's a little bit about me, Jamil.
So, dear viewers, before going ahead, today's video is one of the very fruitful and informative videos, especially for the students and the people who are going to start their career. Because as I said, Mr. Ray is my mentor as well. I learned every day a lot of things from him, and inshallah, he will help you in today's videos to the students who is going to start their careers and the newcomer freshers. He will share a lot of tips and tricks with them as well, that how he can achieve their goals and what the principles they need to follow and they have to adopt. So we will discuss on that as well. So before going ahead, I would like to request Sir Ray. So please in this video you have to keep a small segment for the professional as well.
Absolutely.
And for the students and for the freshers who are going to start their career, and what the major principles, professional skills, and you can say qualities they have to adopt and they have to use them on their workplace.
Absolutely. Don't forget, before we proceed, please hit the like and subscribe button for Jamil.
Thank you very much. Yes, please do subscribe and like my Facebook page, and please subscribe my YouTube channel, and please hit the bell icon so you will get the videos on time. So gentlemen, inshallah, because the knowledge and the information that Mr. Ray have, it is not possible to cover in one particular video. Of course, we will make a series of videos for you, and each particular videos I will request Mr. Ray to share some of the tips and tricks and techniques and the capabilities, abilities that will help you in your career. So we will talk about industries as well, but most importantly that I would like you to know from Mr. Ray that will help you in your career, in your future. That is very, very important. So if you have any particular question, and if you want to ask any question from Mr. Ray, you have to type in the comment box. So inshallah we will try to answer your question as well. So first of all, sir, because nowadays there is rate of unemployment is more, especially the new generation that doesn't have the proper tools, techniques, procedures how to be a successful in their career. So please little bit some tips you have to share.
That's a good question, Jamil. Well, first thing is, if you noticed, this was called an icebreaker. I said hit the like button, subscribe and share. That's known as an icebreaker. So rule number 1, take your work seriously, but not yourself. Which means, yes, you got to take your work seriously when you're applying for a job. You must have the right information when you're going to give an interview. For example, get to know about the company, get to know about the fundamentals and the foundation of the company. Prepare yourself for the interview technically. Second thing is, when you go in for the interview, don't go in with a mindset that this is going to be your last interview. It's not. It's probably your first interview or your second interview. Don't give up. Never give up. The people who give up are probably, they're the people who are already in their grave. They've given up, such it is. But that's one of the first rules. Take your work seriously, but not yourself. Learn to enjoy what you do. If you don't enjoy it, find something else that you enjoy. And that's what's going to make you successful in the long run. The reason I am in this industry is because by default, by nature, my nature and my upbringing is to help people. The moment you have a mindset about helping people and learn to forget about yourself, you will experience a lot of satisfaction professionally. There are a lot of things involved in our life which is related to money. Some people say money is not important. That's not true. Money is important. It is one of the elements that makes you successful. It is one of the elements. Along with that comes many different elements. Your family, your health, your knowledge. These are the factors that help you to be successful. So coming back to the question, what Mr. Jamil said is that let's share some tips with people about trying to find a job or trying to get employment. This is based on the geographical positioning that you are in. So for example, I'm not from Pakistan, but I also come from a country that has very high unemployment as well, which is India. Now, I have not worked many years in India, but what I can say is that there is a lot of opportunities. The most important thing is to identify your strength, your weaknesses before you apply for a job. So that's one of the key factors. You gotta get your groundwork correct. You got to build your foundation. If you noticed, a lot of companies say they want to hire people with experience. Now that is old school. The new philosophy in companies is to give opportunity to the younger generation for them to gain experience. So if you are targeting international brands, you will definitely see there that they do not ask you for a very high level of experience. They also have internships. So my advice to you, first thing is try to get an internship. An internship means it's a learning curve for you. So you are entering into the property with an open mindset and you're ready to learn. this is the first way to get through the door into the company, because that's what they want to see. They want to see young people who are ready to learn. The more you're ready to learn, the more the company has confidence in you. So that's number one rule. Yes, Jamil.
Yes, thank you very much, sir. So, as well as this was for the students and professionals. So, as I request you for the professionals who are like me, who's already working, but they doesn't have the proper, you can say, experience, knowledge to dealing with the things with the superiors and with their day-to-day works.
Yeah.
So, there are so many professionals like me who needs some guidance, some mentor to enhance their skills, their abilities. So please spread some light over this issue as well.
So Jamil, actually this is a very broad question. Don't get me wrong, no question is wrong. You have wrong answers, but no wrong questions. This question is a very wide question. It covers many topics and it is related to the individual's experience. So when I come back to this point that no question is wrong, इसका मतलब ये नहीं है कि कोई बदतमीजी से आपसे सवाल पूछे यार this is correct. No. That's a different subject, right? So what would be good is if you can tell me your personal challenges that you face, and then we can break it down for you and we can select the correct answer for you. Let me give you a small example on a personal experience. Let's say you go to work and you don't enjoy your work. What is the root cause of the problem? Why are you not enjoying your work? It could be you have a bad boss. Now this is most of the cases, because people don't leave the company, they leave their boss.
Right.
Okay? So if you're facing a challenge in your company, you have to probably reach out to the different available sources in the company. Could be the general manager, could be your immediate manager, could be your human resource manager. And you need to talk to them about your problems. Now this is, when I'm saying talking to them about your problems, we're talking about your professional issues, the professional challenges that you face. So here's one example for you. Let's say I go to work and my boss tells me, Ray, you got to finish this task by, I go to work at 10 o'clock and he tells me you got to finish this task at 1 o'clock. And you say, okay, sir. Correct? This is what most people do.
Absolutely.
I would advise you not to say, okay, sir. What I would advise you to do is, if you're very confident and you know that it can be done, that's fine. Then you don't have a problem, right? Because you know you've been doing this. But if it's something that you face a challenge with, talk to your boss and tell him, I can do A, B, C, but I don't know how to do E, F, G.
Right.
And ask for his support. In this way, the more you do this, you're building an opportunity to build trust and respect with him. So respect, because you asked him and you showed him the skills which you lack, that is respect. The trust is now he knows that you can meet the deadline with his assistance. This is one way of building a relationship in your company.
Right. So viewers, I hope you are enjoying the video, and this is one of the very informative video. So the final question for the today's video, get some information regarding the industries as well.
So Jamil and myself, basically right now we are working for the food and beverage industry. Some of the pointers that we have for the food and beverage industry is that a lot of people nowadays, they want to venture out and start off their own businesses, which is very good. So here's some points for you basically. You got to research your market, do your homework. This is very important. You may have capital to spend, you may have the money to spend. So the steps involved is basically, the first thing is find the right location for your establishment. It can be in a mall. If it is inside a mall, then you can anticipate additional footfall into your restaurant, which means you may get business into your restaurant because it's inside the mall. So your business positioning is the key factor. The other elements involved in this is to hiring the right people for your business. Let's say you're an entrepreneur and you want to start off your own business. So don't be afraid to hire people who are better than you. This is the biggest mistake investors make. Mm-hmm. They look for people who they can dominate, who they can control, and that's a control freak. The moment you do that, then you're not allowing the people to expand your business. So hire people that are better than you. Yeah, like for example, Jamil is much better than me in accounting for sure. That's why I hired him, right? Yeah, that's the truth, right? Obviously, I'm going to hire somebody better than me because I'm not going to do it. I will trust Jamil to do it. So that's the way you go about it. The other factors involved is business planning. So you got to have a concept. You must know thoroughly what is your concept, what is your aim, what segment of the market you are going to target. You got to drop your plans. There's a thing known as a critical path checklist. You have your business plans, you have your financial plans, you have your marketing plans, then you have all your training resources. You got to combine all of this together. Most importantly is when you're having your ROI, which is your return on investment, don't look for short-term goals. Try to keep your goals realistic. So they are known as SMART goals. SMART goals is very simple. You've probably heard this before. S is for specific, M is for measurable, A is for achievable, R is for realistic, and T is for time frame. So this is SMART goals. Stick by that, write it down, and try to follow these goals. Don't go into any business without having a plan. Never do that. Always begin with the end in mind. Okay, so this is one of the habits from seven Habits of Highly Effective People. This is by Stephen Cohen. I would recommend you to read that book. A lot of multinational companies, the CEOs, the general managers, they've all been through this training process that I have been through myself. So read it before you set out on your business or before you actually go about trying to exercise your management skills. It's also developing you to that position, to your managerial skill position and the progress you want to see your company with.
Thank you very much, sir, for giving us so much information. It is a really fruitful video. So viewers, inshallah, will bring you the more videos as well that will help you in your daily life as well. So it's just for the day. So please do subscribe our channel for the more videos, and please hit the bell button as well. You will get the more videos on time. And just please, inshallah, will give you the more videos as well on the different topics from Mr. Ray as well. So please, this is just for the day. So take care and bye bye for now.
Thank you.
Stay tuned.
Bye bye. Stay safe.